What's going on, everybody? Back in the studio. Yo, how I look with this collar on, though, man? Y'all liking it? I don't know, man. I don't even be wearing these things, you know what I mean? It's the first episode, so I was like, yo, I gotta go out there and try to look nice. Like, that's another thing, too. I'm gonna definitely be trying to switch up my swag on here. Like, I know normally, I'm be honest with you, like, I'm big on fashion, but when it comes to me, I'm like on some Steve Jobs stuff or something like that. Like, I stay in the basic outfit. I really don't be switching it up too much. But when it comes to the podcast, I'm going to push to switch it up. I want to come out here on some different fits. You know, be coming out here looking fashionable for you every now and then. Alright, so the next thing I want to do, I kind of want to just get real with y'all for a little bit, alright? Like, the real thing I want to really sit and talk to y'all about today, alright, is whenever you trying to start up something, you know, and I'm trying to laugh with it because I don't want y'all to, like, say, like, damn, like, is he always going to be wild serious and always being serious podcast? It's like, I am going to be joking around. I'm going to have jokes around. We're going to be joking about real things going around the industry and just like funny situations going in the industry and all things like that. But like, all seriousness, like, it's a lot of real issues that be going on. It's like a lot of people, they be afraid to really touch on it and really see like, okay, how can we really improve on this? Because the real deal with any problem is that most problems have a solution. It's just that people, they be afraid to kind of even face that problem. And the real deal is that most problems, like I said, they have a solution. So once you just understand that, you kind of could go into that problem knowing that, like, okay, this problem has a solution. So I'm not going to walk into it not being all afraid because I know that it has a solution. Like, it can be solved and we could figure it out. So you kind of just got to walk into that with that mindset. But the biggest thing I want to kind of cover and get into, like, whenever you're starting something, you gotta have a little bit of cachet, all right? Like, and that's going to be the motto for this whole overall episode. You know, covering this in the most episodes, we're going to be talking about a little bit more. Like, so I know people hear Cachet, think, oh, they Longliveproductions, they big time, they got money like that, they be doing. Like, nah, like, bro, when I say Cachet, I mean that you gotta be willing to invest a little bit of money into your business. Like, that's the real thing about it. Like, when I say this, I'm going to be going into it more deeply. When I say Cachet, I used to model myself, you know what I mean? I used to model. I started the company, Productions. We started the brand. We started the runway platform. But with everything along the road, we had to put up some percentage of Cachet, you know what I'm saying, to really get off the ground, really get it going. Like, even back when I was a model, like, I had to invest in a comm card. You know what I mean? When I started the company up, we had to invest in models and photographers to come out and help work with us. Like, when I first started, I used to literally do all the shooting myself. But, like, as we grew, we had to start investing in these things. Like, and that's another thing, too. It's like I said, when I say, oh, you got to have cachet, people probably say, oh, y'all big time, whatever. Like, nah, bro, like, we still building up ourselves, you know. And when I say cachet, you don't need a lot of cachet to really get these going, because the real deal, and that's another thing too. Like I said, when I say cachet, you gotta really understand that people, because the real deal is that a lot of times people start a business, they say, okay, I'm gonna get my friends, I'm gonna get my family to do it and stuff, like, help me out with it. And then there's friends and family, they don't want to show up and stuff like that. And they feel offended. They feel like, oh, y'all don't want to support me and stuff like that. But the real deal is that that's not always the case. Like, the real deal is that, I'll be honest with you, like, we living in times right now, it's kind of hard times. Like, it's not easy for everybody out here right now to kind of dedicate that time to helping you out with a project right now, bro. Like, they out here trying to make money to do what they got to do. You feel me? And the real deal is that, yeah, they're your friend and your family, and they support you. But at the end of the day, they gotta eat themselves. Like, they trying to figure out how they gonna go about getting this food in this pocket and get money in this pocket as well. So you gotta understand that a lot of times when these people don't show up for you, you know what I mean, it's not necessarily because they don't care about what you got going on. And another thing with that too is what I'm really trying to hint at is that you gotta understand that, like I said, people. It's not easy times like that where people just got time, especially like once you pass 20, 21, 22, you don't really have time. People don't really have time like that to really just be putting in time into your project if they not really seeing nothing back. And it's not nothing personal. It's just the simple fact, like I said, you gotta, and that's another thing too. Like, when I say cachet, you gotta understand that, okay, the biggest thing with it is that you gotta show people that you value this time. Like, even if you don't have big money to give them, figure out some type of composition or some type of thing that y'all could do where it's like, okay, I'm gonna give y'all a gift bag. I'm gonna give y'all some free photos with that go come with it. Like, it's so many different ways that you go about it, like depending on what you're trying to do. And we're gonna be covering this more on the show, like from all aspects.